Well, hi there, Interbet fans and fans of Winning Ways, and welcome to a very, very jazzed up show today. We in the fancy Rivonia studios. This is how I like to do television. Proper makeup, lovely facilities, hot and cold running tea and water and coffee, and you know, these guys have got it made. No wonder they do such good television shows.
They've got a great studio here. They've got chairs for an audience, and it's really, really nice. And Kobus's father's here too.
Yeah, and we got a very nice audience too.
Yeah, we got a nice. Thank you all for coming
no,
out to watch.
No clapping, please.
Yeah, please keep it under control.
It's not a live show. This,
but good to be up in Joburg for obviously the sales, the great racing, which we're going to run through. It's really good weekend.
Been a fabulous weekend, but we're going to do something slightly different this week because we've got so many feature races. So we decided to give you three to follow, three of the greatest stakes races from Turfentine, and we thought that was a good way to start. Let's go and have a look at the first one of our three to follow. Well, it looks like you know, we
the
go
Joburg Gremlins.
Yep. We. Well, we kick off with the first one of the great race day at Turfentine on Saturday, and they had the best horses they could put together, and this was probably one of the most impressive. This was the winner of the fillies 2-year-old race, and that was the SA Nursery, Mamju. What a filly.
Yeah, very, very, very good and most impressive. She beat them easily. They ran up. I don't think it was a sparkling field. And time will tell, but nice to see that Michael de Kock said he's going to go down for the Alan Robertson with this horse. Let's go and have a look at it.
Yeah, we'll pick him up at the not sure where we're going to pick them up. 600. There at the 600. Oh, nice strapping too. Mamju, there she is in Sheikh Hamdan's colours, the blue and white, and she's moving up next to Daughter Cornet's girl. The only danger is Brett Warren's filly, which is a very nice filly as well. Yeah. Moves up to its hind quarter, but watch this.
Victory, yeah, that's right. Victoria Young is the runner-up, who runs a decent race, but no match for the grey filly. And ridden by Arthur Marcus, because Anthony Delpesh had gone over for the QE2. And it now starts putting distance between them, pricking its ears, suggesting that once a trip is on James, and the rest of them are certainly not in this league, James. This is very impressive.
I think this is one of the best fillies we've seen in this country. In fact, she reminds me of that grey filly that Mike had last year, Ramnia. From when I saw her run, I thought that this looks like another Ramnia. Anyway,
Judge, what worried me a little bit was that Flame Cat had run 3 lengths to it, you know, and Flame Cat ran 8 lengths behind Carrion Ellis, who we'll see later in the program. And we've seen the Kildonan filly win the Group 2 down in Durban. Alan Robinson's building up to a big race.
Well, my take on it is this filly's improved 5 lengths.
Possibly.
From when she won last. And I just looked at her in the parade ring. She just looks like she is pure class.
Nice to see Angus Gold down that leaded in. You know, he's the agent for
Sheikh Hamdan.
Sheikh Hamdan. And they've got to be thrilled with this.
Well, I would think so, and I think that we might just see her in Alan Robertson, and then that might be her overseas. This is very good. She
might go through all else go on with the Group 1s, but well done. She's by Reduced Choice. She's Australian. She's very talented. Right,
the next one we're going to go to was the next race, is the Gerald Rosenberg, I think it was.
Correct.
And the 3 to follow. And why we picked this filly out was that she's been in a bit of a lull from July time last year. She won the Triple Tiara last year, cherry on the top. I saw her in the parade ring. I thought, my goodness, this filly has grown and matured, and Ferraris, the old codger, has done a wonderful job on her because she looked different class.
Great trainer woman for us, and great rider, Washington. It's a very interesting race because he elects to go down the inside where it looks like it's going to be tight. And Espumanti, for all intents and purposes, looks a winner.
Well, Espumanti had him pretty tight down the inside. There are not many horses that would have gone through. When I saw the head-on, she almost gave her a bump to hit the rail. So, you know, Danielson did his best to get this one beaten. But Washong Mawing's wonderful to see him back in town. And he just shows what a determined and great rider he was. Absolutely. He went the right place. Let's go and pick them up at the 600. Well, there she is in
Yeah.
yellow colours, yellow and black colours, Maritz-Fontein. Oritz's daughter's in front. And here moving up on the outside in Mary Slack's colours is Espumante.
Yeah, I thought Oritz's daughter would give a bit more cheek in the grey. She runs a good race. She's a decent filly, Oritz's daughter. But here, Espumante is going to win. But cherry on the top, here it comes. This is a terrific ride. Raymond Davidson's timed it right. He's going to win until Wai Shong says, let's get this girl to fight back. Great win.
Yeah, she's fabulous. And she looked fantastic. That's beautiful.
You've got to follow her. She's
Shot of it.
right back to herself.
I actually saw Ormond yesterday at the sales, and I just had a quick chat to him about where he's going, and he said he hasn't really made a decision. And I said, what about the July? Wouldn't it be great for you to win the July for the Oppenheimers after what they did to you in 1976?
And what did he say?
He said, yeah. He said, I'd like to win a July for them after what they did for me in 1976. He said, I remember it well.
Good for him.
That, for those of you that don't remember, was when he should have won the July with distinctly when Gatecrasher nearly put him over the rails, and Principal Boy ended up getting the race on the inside on the objection.
Correct.
The next one we're going to was the last race of the day. Now, this was the fight between the two Australian fillies, but the 3-year-old filly, we thought she might be worth putting in something to go on with. This filly certainly at the weights ran a cracking good race. Her name's Tiger Quest, and she's got a lustrous couple of owners, but she's pretty good. Pierce Stratham rode her. Let's go and pick her up.
Yeah, here, these two get clear. I thought it was a terrific ride by the top two. Pierce Stratham had timed it beautifully on Tiger Quest, and beautifully covered up here in the silks of Bernard Cantor, the yellow, in second place. He's waiting, and he thinks, well, when I let this go, it's going to win. But in the meantime, Bernard Fader has slipped through on the inside with the blue cap on Honorine, the other Australian filly. And here it becomes a race in two, but I really thought Tiger Quest was going to win this race at this stage.
She certainly looks like she's very good, this filly, Tiger Quest. She's got a merit rating to match, but they drew away from the rest of them. I thought this was a very, very impressive run. And I thought Fade Herb was at his best, because you don't often get to beat Stratham in those type finishes.
Great ride by Bernard Fader, and a very good ride by Pierce Stratham. Gave a perfect ride. I think, as you say, follow Tiger Quest is by where's that tiger, and it'll go on and win races.
Yeah, a bunch of 3 to follow, which just showed some of the features on Saturday. And we're going to move on. We're going to have a look at Blast from the Past, where I think we got the KRA Guineas. Got great racing coming up for you in KwaZulu-Natal. And this was the beginning of Vercingetorix's great career. So let's go to that.
Again, just gets a little bit of encouragement up to the gate. Cape Town Noir. One mile in front of them. Cape Town Noir just to settle in. And way to go from that 1,600 meter marker. Cape Town Noir just seemed to take a slight bump or something out the gates. He's second to last for the time being. No worries, pinged the gate. The King and I is looking to run free to the inside. King of Tortoise just off them early on. Then we find Jetiana, Vercingetorix and Cape Town Noir. He knows he's good. He makes up a length or two on the bridle now. Around them goes Wintrip, Red Sleeves and Cap. Bay of Bengals racing about 6 lengths off them. The green cap of Corridor and Kevin Shea to the inside, and Kalua Castle a little bit keen as it is slam on the brakes in front. And that's No Worries. He's setting his own fractions. The King and I races in second. Then comes King of Torts and Jetiana. Vercingetorix has a neck up on Cape Town Noir, who's scraping paint, and now about 8 lengths off them as No Worries, given a little bit more bridle in front. Bay of Bengal Corridors just in the picture. A reminder or two for Wintrip, and Kalua Castle's got it to do from there. Top of the lane and in front, No Worries stretching out by 2. The King and I felt the stick in second. Cape Town Noir, the yellow silks towards the inside, 4 lengths to make up. Vercingetorix is looking to come to the stand side. No Worries at the 300, Cape Town Noir. Vercingetorix is running the race of his life on the stand side. Cape Town Noir, Vercingetorix is now putting his hand up. Vercingetorix and Cape Town Noir. Cape Town Noir coming home hard, but Vercingetorix and Cape Town Noir. The angles with Vercingetorix. Down the inside, Cape Town Noir. Corridors staying on. There's fears for the favourite here because Vercingetorix, the angle.
Well, wasn't that fabulous? And when you saw that, then you knew that there were signs of things to come.
Yeah, this was the sign. The big Silvano was in town. It was a fabulous race for... I know the favourite went down. He ran a great race. He wasn't beaten far, and Cole got him to rally at the end. It was 2 top horses, and we were very fortunate to have them in the KLRA Guineas. It was a great race.
Well, it just shows you, a year later, we're going to be showing you the QE2s. It shows you how far a horse can go. This was his first run out of the sort of bottom of the rung company.
Yes.
Now suddenly he goes in the KLRA Guineas, which is the start of the KwaZulu-Natal season. We got the KLRA Guineas, fillies and colts, and the Drill All Stakes this weekend. Gravel's in great condition. We're going to be looking forward to seeing that. So that's the start of the season. But Vercingetorix travelled then to Dubai after he won the Daily News.
Yeah.
And we all know what he did there, and he's just been to Hong Kong. So you can globetrot with a horse if you get the right horse. Let's go and have a look at the plum of the week.
Guarded them in by a length and a half. Gittiano still right there in second. Captain Haddock dives towards the inside rail. Then comes Master Sabina, who feels the stick, and Lockheed Jetstar is making progress in the pink as well up the centre of the course. Into the final 400 metres they go. Rakes Chestnut under a ride. Gittiano's outside it. Then comes Lockheed Jetstar, who looks the live wire past the 300. Captain Haddock's out in fourth. Then comes Golden High, but Lockheed Jetstar took over the lead. Rakes Chestnut is trying to battle back in second. Then comes Golden High, but Lockheed Jetstar into the final 50 metres has got their measure, and Lockheed Jetstar completes a 1-2 for Woodruff. Second goes to Rakes Chestnut, then came Golden High, and fourth has gone to Captain Haddock.
Well, on Interbet, you could have got 28 to 10. Unfortunately, it wasn't in play in the races, but because during the race, you could see this horse was the right horse. But this was, if you arrived at Turvendine and you wanted to get your day off to a good start, Woodruff was the guy to follow Jeffrey, and this was the way to start.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he won this race a year ago as well. It's always a competitive field, and he's done it again. And Rakes Chestnut, good run in second, lightly raced horse, only having, I think, its third start. But
Yeah.
the plum of the week, as you say, Lockheed Jetstar looked the right horse. He's a very good horse, and showed a lot of ability again.
Lev, have you been onto the in-play? And
I have. It's an excellent idea, you know, and you can see things happening, and especially in all forms of sport. Imagine the guys who were taking the football bets yesterday.
well, the football bet was very interesting because at half-time when Chelsea led 1-0 at Liverpool, you could still get 13-8 Chelsea to win the game.
Yeah,
You know,
big
it
odds.
just shows you it was huge odds. They 1-0 up, and you could still get 13-8. And there was huge odds. They do it on the goals, the amount of goals in the game, and 2-0 for Chelsea to win. 2-0 was something like 18-1.
Yeah,
So
it's very, very good. I've always liked in-play betting because you can fancy your team and you go 1-0 down, and suddenly instead of taking even money, your team, you're getting 4-1, you know, because they're 1-0 down. No, it's a way to play. If you fancy a team to win over 90 minutes, have a look at in-play betting.
Well, there you go. Interbet, the best price about Lockheed Jetstar, 28 to 10. You could have got about this one. What a win. We're going to go and have a look at current affairs.
Do you want to get the best odds on horse racing and sporting events? For every bet requested, we review all the bookmakers and select the one with the best odds. As a result, you always get the best odds. Interbet offers tote betting, fixed odd multiples, and betting with your mobile phone. To get started, all you need to do is register by filling in your personal information. Log into your account and start wagering.
Well, we had Champions Day at Turfentine on Saturday, and we had 5 Grade 1s, and we're going to have a look at all of them in detail. We're going to kick off with the first, which was SA Nursery. Now, here Banadir looked like the business. He'd won 2 from 2, but he stepped up against a buzzsaw, and that was Carry On Alice. There was no lack of support for this one. Sean Terry had obviously done his job. Let's go and pick him up at the start.
760 metres, the Grade 1 SA Nursery, and they're off and racing away. Isfan and Flamecat, those two jumped in a line. Banadir, blue sleeves and striped cap in between them, shows lots of pace as well. Rough Justice in the orange sleeves and cap is about 2 lengths off the leader. Then 3 lengths away to Kiss Me Hardy and Carry On Alice. Those two race together. Further back to Lock 'em Up, who's feeling a bit of a drive, and to Post We Goes in a different race. They now have 700 metres left to go. Banadir in the middle of the course just about has the lead. Isfan at its inside is right there. Then 2 lengths away to Flame Cat. Carry On Alice and the yellow sleeves is about 3 lengths off the leader. Then comes Rough Justice and Kiss Me Hardy is next. The final 400 metres we now have ahead of us. And Banadir and Isfan. Banadir though has the head in front. Isfan's in second. Then comes Flame Cat and Carry On Alice has still got 3 lengths to make up. Banadir now goes 2 lengths clear. Carry On Alice is now the biggest danger. Then comes Isfan. Carry On Alice coming at Banadir. The filly will break their hearts today. Carry On Alice draws away. Second goes to Banadir. Then came Isfan and Flame Cat was further back.
Well, if you have a look at the times, very similar to the fillies' time.
Yeah.
So you would have to believe that Carry On Alice might be in the same sort of class as Momchu, but Momchu never came off the bridle.
Yeah, she got punched out, James. You know, I'm inclined to believe that once you punch a horse out, they will probably give you their top end. You know, the whip keeps them at their top end, but I think Arthur got her to her top end. I think she can be much better over the ground. But this filly was given a patient ride, and they realised who they had to beat, and they sat in behind Banadir and ran past Banadir. Both very good horses. The third horses, the Azzy Trio, ran 3, 4, 5. Weren't good enough for these two, but this filly could be anything, Carry On Alice.
Absolutely. They set her up beautifully. We picked her out as a horse to follow early on in her career after her first start. I think we said we should follow this filly. And if you followed her, you get the cash. We move on to the computer form sprint.
Just talk about it, James. Well done to Cloverflay. It was nice to see, obviously Captain L is so good a stallion. But there was new investors here, doctors from England, I believe, bought into this horse, and they moved it along with Chris Van Niekerk and I think John from Cloverflay to Sean Terry, and he's done a wonderful job for them. So very good for new international owners. So well done to them, and well done, obviously, to Cloverflay.
Absolutely. We're going to move on and have a look at the computer form sprint. Now, this race warmed my heart, and I think it warmed the heart of most people that are real racing fans, because you get the champion Veer Africa, and she is a champion. She won 2 Equus Awards, Grade 1 awards. She is just fantastic. And Andre Hauptfleisch, lovely guy. They went out there. They got taken down by a horse that has shown at Turffontein he's just about no peer. Let's go and have a look at Copper Parade winning the computer form sprint.
All set. Speed is on. They racing in the Grade 1 computer form sprint, and Schiffer was inconvenienced, Mr. Whatever as well. Via Africa down the extreme inside, got out nasty, but Valberg, Jade Bay and Sharp Design are also really quick. Then comes Copper Parade, the black sleeves and cap towards the outside. Contador and the green blinkers racing 2 off the left-hand side. That's been followed by Happy Forever in the yellow cap. Schiffer in the pink cap has quickly recovered. She's racing no more than a length off the leader. Then 3 lengths away to Miss October October. Virgo's Babe is next. Then came Magico, Mr. Whatever, and Deliver the Power. 400 meters left to go. Jade Bay and Valberg. Hard up the outside. Those two go quickest. Via Africa up the extreme inside now begins to unwind. Contador is right there as well, a length and a half off the leader, and Copper Parade is running the race of his life up the outside. Via Africa, Copper Parade up the outside. Then comes Contador. Copper Parade is gritty, determined, and he's pulled off a big one. Copper Parade beat Via Africa. Then came Contador, Photo for fourth between Jade Bay and
lecturing.
Well, for Yvette Bremner to bring the horse back to Joburg, the Optima Trust, Peter Phoenix, and Yvette herself. You know, Yvette worked for you, I think.
Yvette was my assistant for many years, and she took over from me, and she's done a wonderful job. She's a wonderful person and a wonderful trainer, and I'm very, very, very pleased for her. And I'm pleased for PE, because when PE come into town, they come up for this big sand race, they come to Durban, they come for the Gold Cup, and there's some decent horses that come out of Port Elizabeth.
Well, you know, I think you're not the only person that was pleased for her. Everyone on that race course had to be pleased for the PE team.
Yeah.
And they won it through a superior ride. That was one of the best rides you'll ever see in your life. If you actually watch Pierce Stradom, rerun it, put your PVR and rerun it, and watch him, he's at this horse from the jump. But Vet tells me he phoned her 4 weeks ago for the ride. And he had all those Zaki horses. He could have taken the ride on quite a few other horses, I would have thought.
Yeah, you know, I thought Copper Parade had it all to do to win. I thought there were a lot of speed balls. Two horses severely troubled
Hampered
at the start. Hampered, if you want to call Mr. Whatever, put a line through it, and Dennis Dries or Schiffer, those two. So they were out of the race. It was a quick run race. But Pierce Stradom, he has no peer.
No, he has no peer. We're going to move on and have a look at Copper Parade.
Ascot Stud.
Yeah, Ascot Stud.
Yeah.
Congratulations, he's been a soldier, Copper Parade. He's the type of horse you would love to own. I mean, love to own. We move on to the SA Oaks, and I'm so pleased this race has been upgraded to Grade 1 again, because this is a Grade 1 race. There's no doubt about it. And when you have a look at the fillies that run in this race, they are the best 3-year-old staying fillies around. Let's go and have a look at this one. It's a triumph for Waiho and Waishong Mawing. They absolutely dominated.
As they all set and ready. Gates are open, and they are off and racing away. Kobe along the inside tries to hold position, but slow away though was Touch the Sky. She's lost in the early stages. Barrack Babe, Tinseltown, Implode, those all got out really nicely. Bluebell Glade is in the mix as well in the early stages. Then comes Barrack Babe along the rail, and Ash Cloud is no more than 3 lengths off the early pace. Then comes Casual, who's taken a bit of a hold. Kobe is midfield, and that's now about 7 lengths off the leader as they start to stretch out onto the back straight. A length and a half away to Mojave Princess. Square Dance, Black Body, and Red Cap is about 10 lengths from the front. 2 lengths away to Zafira. Then came the grey Touch the Sky, who's racing 1 from last, and City of Athens is the trailer. Around 14 lengths cover the field as they head on towards the final 1,600 metres. And Implode has found herself in the leader, Relaxed Gallop, by a length and a half. Second place is stable companion Bluebell Glade. Then comes Ash Cloud just outside of Tinseltown, who hugs the rail in the green colours. Then a further length and a half away to Casual and Barrack Babe. They race together and about 5 or 6 lengths from the leader. Mojave Princess is half a length in front of Kobe, who's in the pink body and racing further downfield. Zafira and Square Dance, there's little to choose between those two. Zafira is 1 off the rail in the pink and yellow colours. Square Dance is at her inside. Then comes Touch the Sky and City of Athens. They now go through the halfway stage. They got just on 1,100 metres left to go, and Implode has been in front from the start. She's a length and a half in front. Second place is Bluebell Glade, and Ash Cloud is racing away in third. Then comes Tinseltown, who hugs the rail. She's had the run of the race with Casual just outside of her, and they about 4 lengths from the leader. Then Barrack Babe, who's out after those. Mojave Princess has been gaining ground slowly but surely in the silver and blue hooves. She's about 5 lengths off the leader. Zafira's in the middle of the course. She's in the clear, and she's got about 6 to make up as well. Then comes Kobe into the final 500 metres, and Ash Cloud has just about taken over the lead. Second place is Implode, who feels the stick. Then Bluebell Glade. Further back to Mojave Princess. Zafira needs to pull out all the stops. She's got about 4 lengths to make up. It's Ash Cloud in front. She skipped clear about 3 lengths. It's going to take a good thing to catch her out here. Second place is Mojave Princess. Then comes Tinseltown, Touch the Sky. Ash Cloud, though, is getting stronger and stronger as the race goes on, and she takes out the Volkerborsdrift SA Oaks. Second goes to Mojave Princess. Then came Kobe. Fourth is a photo.
Blackman Aloof.
Well, what a race. And the Chinsamis have been extremely lucky with Waishong mowing and Waiho mowing, and Waiho done a job. He's won some good races for them, and this might be the best of the lot.
This could have been the pointer to people wondering if a Blackman Aloof was going to go 2-4-5-0 with our friend Louis coming up later in the day. But this is at a star of Arkle, and you know Arkle, you're a big camel of a horse who stayed all day. So,
Terence Millard.
That's right, real out and outs there. So that pulled us through, and Ash Cloud really stayed well. Mojave Princess ran a good race in second. The favourite struggled.
Yeah, the favourite struggled, and Square Dance only really got going very, very late. I don't know what she just never seemed to pick it up. But triumph for Ash Cloud. She won very, very easily.
Triumph for Carl and Amanda de Vos.
Carl, Amanda.
They had a big day.
Well, let me tell you, they gets bigger. You think that this is big? They thought they won the grade 1 SA Oaks. And just as an aside, an Oaks is a 3-year-old race.
Yes.
I will firmly believe that, and I'll tell anyone who wants to change the name of an Oaks, name of the race to 3, 4, 5 older horses, whatever. Oakses are 3-year-old races.
It's a classic.
Tradition.
Tradition.
And there's got to be some tradition in
People
racing.
buy horses to win the Oaks.
Yeah.
They buy 3-year-olds, and
Correct.
I believe overseas they got the Yorkshire Oaks, which is 3 and older, and that trend.
But that's a Yorkshire Oaks,
Yeah.
okay? It's not the Oaks. The Oaks, I think, should be for.
Where did the name Oaks come from?
Came from some line of trees, didn't it?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Here we go. We went to the Derby, Lord Derby.
Yeah. Didn't he have a line of trees down
No, his house was called the Oaks.
Why was the house called the Oaks?
That was it was called.
It was called the Oaks because of the avenue of trees that led down to the house.
No, it did not. Go read up about the Oaks. The Oaks comes from his house.
Yeah, but that was because of the avenue of trees. Anyway, we've got to move on. Let's go to the champions. Let's go to the Champions Challenge.
So try that again.
The Champions Challenge.
There we go. Jimbo's back.
Yeah, grade 1, and it was the great race that it was turned out to be, won by Yorker, and it was nice to see Jim Lewis and
fantastic.
the team. Bernard, must be sitting there in that heated office of his in England, worrying about getting on a flight here.
Well, they're busy men, and it was great that Jim's made it out. And everyone remembers him from Best Mates, and him and Marcus used to be mates for many, many years. And
Best Mates.
Best Mates for many, many years. And they end up getting this horse together, and they bring in their mate Bernard Cantor. They had to pay for it. It was an expensive horse, but I remember backing this horse to win the Vodacom Durban July.
I remember you putting.
I told everyone this will win the July. It didn't qualify.
Yeah.
And they brought it back a year later. I'd like to know if they ever go this year. It'll shorten the betting a bit, James, after this.
Let's go and have a look at the Champions Challenge.
About ready, and away they go. Pomodoro got a good beginning on the outside. Brooks Club is racing there with it, and Seal is in the red colours. After that is Barakar, a few lengths off that leader. York is outside of them, and Talene is racing behind that, and about 4-5 off the leader, Couleur Castle. Knock on Wood is further back in the field, and Wiley Hall is racing up on their outside, and 6-7 off the leader as they move their way down toward that 1600 metre area. And Brooks Club looks to stretch on the lead, leads it now by 3 lengths to Seal. Pomodoro is now racing away in the third position with Barakar. Then came Yorker, who's moved alongside of that, and about 5 or 6 off the leader. Talina is further back in the field, and Wiley Hall is outside of them. Couleur Castle is racing 7-8 lengths off the leader, and then came Knock on Wood, who is that trailer, as they move through the 1200 metre area in this year's President's Champions Challenge. And back to the front end we go, and it's Brooks Club in front, going a fair slowly. Leads at a couple of lengths out there. From in the second spot, Seal, and they being followed after that in the third position by Pomodoro. They 3 or 4 lengths off the leader, with Yorker, who's now moved into the fourth spot and is next to the fence. Paracar's behind that, and Wiley Hall is in the blue colours behind them. They 6 or 7 lengths off the leader as they come around the turn with Talina, who's further back. Kalua Castle runs behind that on Knock on Wood. Here's the trailer, they 9 off the leader. So it's Brooks Club who swings for home, leads at Seal in the second spot. Pomodoro's racing third. Yorker's waiting behind them in the yellow. You can watch that as 4 or 5 lengths off the leader. Wiley Hall is being asked for an effort, is going to come around them as they come into the final 400. It's Brooks Club, the leader. Pomodoro's right on top of him, and Yorker in the yellow colours is looking to move in along the inside. Talina's on the chase and coming home outside of runners. Yorker gets to Pomodoro as they come to the 150 with Talina on the chase, but it's Yorker's hit the front now with 150 metres left to go, and Yorker's going on strongly in the President's Champions Challenge from Talina in second, but Yorker's going to land, and he's going to land well. Yorker by 2.5 lengths to Talina. Pomodoro got close for the fourth spot. Wiley Hall's in a photo with Knock on Wood.
Well, what
Carl
can
and
you say?
Amanda de Vos. This was their next big feather for them. Well done to them at Vosfontein. Yorker was a big, expensive horse, and he's a superb racehorse, and he's done it well again.
Jetmaster.
Yeah.
That's the legacy Jetmaster's left us.
Yeah.
He's been unbelievable. And
Chased home by the Silvano, Talina,
yeah,
the Jetmaster, Pomodoro.
yeah.
When you start looking at then the Reduced Choice, Wiley Hall. So all the pedigrees there. And
Knock on Wood, a bit unlucky on the inside
Inside.
rail. He got taken out by the third horse, and there wasn't
There
objection,
wasn't-
but,
there
but it
wasn't, yeah.
was overruled.
Overruled.
Anyway,
Not the biggest field for the little money, James.
yeah, but Yorker, been a tremendous horse. I think he's won 3 grade ones now, and he won't stop there.
Yeah.
But we all went to Turpentine to see one horse win, and thank
Louis.
goodness the fairy tale came together. Robbie Frad at his best. Let's go and pick up Louis the King winning the Derby and the Triple Crown.
Final leg of the Sascock Triple Crown, and they sent on their way from the 24.50 metre mark, and Louis the King got a good beginning, and racing with it is a Leacher in the black cap who's racing along the inside. As You Like is in the yellow cap outside of those. Then we go back to Super Tube, who's racing back in the third position, and there is a few lengths off the leader as they swing along now onto the back stretch and make their way to the 2,000 metre mark. Fort Bellini's at the rail, Atomic Rush, then Luleb Jet. Louis the King's in the middle and about racing 7-8 lengths off that leader right now. And then we go back to the red cap of Earl of Derby, who's racing about 10 or so from that leader. Further back in the field, Gone Baby Gone, who races behind that lot right now as they continue along with Mercado, who's further back. Bouclair Top runs behind those. Then in the orange colours is Flight Warning. Judicial is further back in the field, and Taresh is at the back end. And I would say you can make that, 20 lengths, first to last as they travel through the 1600 metre mark now. And it's Alici who races in the black cap, the leader, and leads it by a couple of lengths to As You Like, who's in second spot. Super Tube is racing away in that third position now. And then we go back to Fort Bellini, who's in the red cap, and they race their 7-8 lengths off that leader as they continue along now. Luleb Jet, Atomic Rush is racing behind those. And then we go further back to Earl of Derby, who's racing in the red cap right now. And Louis the King is about 10 lengths off the leader, is racing right next to the paint with Bouclair Top, who's racing on its outside. Gone Baby Gone is in behind that lot. Flight Warning. Mercado is further back. Judicial and Taresh is the trailer, and they're about 15 lengths off the leader in the South African Derby. So it's going to be Alici who turns for home in front and leads the way, has it by a couple of lengths. They're about to be homeward bound now with 800 metres left to go. As You Like is in the yellow cap, followed after those out there by further back Luleb Jet. Then we go back towards the inside as Super Tube. Where's Louis the King is in the middle. He's in the black sleeves and the red cap, and they're about to come forward with 500 to go, and I favour that he's hit the front already as Louis the King now. Luleb Jet is behind those now with As You Like, who's further further back in the field. Earl of Derby's on the chase. Gone Baby Gone. Bouclair top behind that. 300 to go. Louis the King. Gone Baby Gone is racing behind that. Fort Bellini is in the red cap. As You Like is trying to peg him back. Louis the King is going for all he's worth with 150 to go. As You Like is trying hard to come and catch Louis the King. Louis the King is still in front. He's staying on gamely. It's Louis the King, and he has won the South African Derby. Louis the King is now going to make his way into equine immortality. Oh, what a win from Louis the King. He's come through and he's pulled it off. As You Like was back along the inside, who tried to chase him home the whole way down the lane.
Well, nothing warms my heart more, and every real racegoer's heart, than seeing a horse come from nowhere to end up winning a race like this.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I'm very proud of this horse. He's shown great resolution in these races, in all different types of surfaces, and I think this horse is a superstar. Well done. Puts our friend Philip Kahan in the same league as Mrs. O with Triple Crown winner breeder. He couldn't be there. His wife hasn't been well,
Yeah,
Philip.
shame.
So I hope speedy recovery to your wife, Philip. But well done. Very good for the alchemy.
Well, you know, George and Philip Kahan, father and son, they have been real supporters of this game. From as long as I've been around,
Yeah.
George Kahan's been involved in the game. And Philip, one of the most likable guys that you've ever met.
Yeah.
But the only thing with Philip is you don't want to get a cigar from him.
Why is that?
Haven't you seen how he chewed it?
Oh, we can
know-
imagine it with 400 to go, what it looked like. He chewed the hot part. But now see Robbie Frey had come back from Australia. He's relocated to Australia, and he's come back and done it for Jeff.
I think it's nice to see him go back to Australia.
Yeah, he took a couple of big wins back with him. Well done to Robbie Frey. Well done to the owners of Louis the King, named after the son, I believe, and of course to Jeff Woodruff. Terrific.
Yeah, you got to, in these races, spare a thought for the second horse, you know, the Mutonshoek, Chris Gerber's, As You Like.
The Tiger Ridge.
Yeah, he ran a great race.
Second and third to Chris's horses, Earl of Derby.
Earl of Derby.
So a very good race for Chris Gerber. He's got potentially Vodacom Durban July
I
horses.
think you're very unlucky, Chris, at this race. You know, I think Royal Bencher dead heated. You know, he looked like he had won it. But you go back to the SA Derby and a Triple Crown, and you just say, Mr. van der Vyver, you know, he ended up buying a horse for 60,000 Rand a year ago at the KwaZulu-Natal sales.
Yeah.
And it's well documented how Jeff bought the horse. He never even saw the horse. So, you know, the old saying, they find you, you don't find them.
That's right. And
That's
James Black Manaloosh, resurgence of note, you know, with horses like
incredible how this horse has
Louis
really
the King,
come.
Kochka, really good horses coming through, and well done to them as well. That's a stallion who's going to have a lot of interest at the current sales.
He's a very interesting horse because he has, through his career, produced a lot of really good horses.
Yeah.
But he still doesn't get the prices that the really top horses get.
Yes.
And
That might change.
well,
might change.
We've been at the sales. We'll talk about that later. Let's move on, and we go from here to have a look at the last 600 meters of the Gold Bowl, which is a Group 2. And Mike Hazzy, Chirper, got this one right.
Ella Bella switched off the rail. She's got about 6 to make up. Mirage Drivers next. Storm Warning in between horses. In the blue cap has also got some work to do. Past the 600 meters mark, and Rodeo soon now gets more rain, but Savage Wind is right alongside. Skyrise makes his run at the inside rail. Then Storm Warning is now starting to make his move in between horses, but he needs gaps to open up, and Magic Smoke from near last is also starting to descend. Magic Smoke looks the live wire. Rodeo Sue's up the inside. Then comes Savage Wind and Storm Warning, but Magic Smoke has powered her way into the lead. She's opened up a length and a half. Rodeo Sue is second. Storm Warning is third, but Magic Smoke has got a length to spare over Storm Warning, and Magic Smoke has got it one from Storm Warning. Then came Rodeo Sue. Savage Wind was next. Further back to Sky Rise.
Well, it's hard to keep Michael Azzi out the limelight, and as again, he produced this horse absolutely perfectly.
Absolutely.
produced.
Michael's done a wonderful job again, and well done to Tinas and Liz Gericke. They're just about foundation owners with Michael, and they've stuck through, and they're winning a big race like us. Well done to them. And about Fortwood always been known to throw a big one, James.
Yeah, you know who bred this? Nigel Page.
That's right.
With Maritz Fontaine.
Fontaine.
Now, we'll chat a little bit about that later as well, because Maritz Fontaine will be in National Yearling Sales. We're going to go to KwaZulu-Natal two-year-old features there, 2 grade 2s, and we pick up the first, the Umkamazi Stakes.
It's the 600-meter marker, Mastermind with the blinkers. Harry Lime is the red sleeves and cap, and Easy Lovers on the inside. Then comes Man from Milan, followed by Antwerp. The Royal Rumbers running around. On the outside, Silence Descends. Coming out of the 300-meter marker, Mastermind, Harry Lime. Down the inside of that is Easy Lover, and then comes Harry's Son, who tries to get into the race, but Harry Lime gets away from the opposition, and it's Harry's Lime, very green but in command, and Harry Lime going to win it. Second position is going to go to Mastermind. Third placing will go to Harry's Son, then Easy Lover.
Oh, there we go, Harry Lime. We gave you the story about how this was named by the McCartys last time he ran, when he won first time out, and he's pretty good.
Very
I
fast
think
horse.
The Snaiths think a lot of this horse, you know.
And rightly so. Won very, very well here, James. They went quite slowly early. When it came to quick, and this horse was gone. The 2 Vars said, hi-ho, Silver. But this Harry Lime put in a very good performance. Richard Free timed it right for Justin and for Fred Crabbier.
Yeah, Fred Crabbier and the McCartys who bred it, you know,
Rathmore.
Rathmore stud.
Yeah.
And good luck to them. I just got the impression after his first run that he might be just a 5 furlong horse, but
He
he
rode
certainly
him
showed.
cleverly. He
certainly
sat.
showed that he's
No
got some
speed and
ability.
quickened. Very nice horse, Harry Lime.
Right, let's go and have a look at the next race, which was the debutante, which is the grade 2 for fillies down the straight at Scottsville. And this filly stopped in at PE to have a little warm-up, won there, and then moved on to here. So she's won 3 from 3 now, this filly Rosia, and she's by Kildonan. It's absolutely amazing. Kildonan
Wonderful.
was standing at Mary's,
Yes.
at Wilgerbosdrift, and he didn't get the support.
Well, he's got to be doing well in the stallion log for a new stallion. This is a Group 2, and this is a big plug for the stallion.
Well, he's now standing at Yellow Star with Koos de Klerk.
That's
in
right,
KwaZulu-Natal, so that might be our benefit. So let's go and pick up the last 600 meters of the debutante.
Just the leader with Spanish Flamenco. Rosie is between the two of them. On the outside, Arias trying to get into the race. Then Suri. Lady Kai in the orange between runners. Just like he's under big pressure. Coming to the last 300. Rosie just the leader. Addy Dim is still right there. Aria on the outside. Lady Kai. Rosie fights back courageously over the last 100 though. Rosie is just in front. Lady Kai on the inside. Aria on the outside. It's Rosie just digging in deep. Rosie is going to win it. Second position, Lady Kai. Third place will go to Addy Dem and then Aria.
Well, there we are. 5 fillies entered that race unbeaten. 1 came out unscathed.
Yeah, very well done to Wilgerbosdrift. Well done to, of course, Glenn Kotson. This Rosia looks to be a gutsy filly. It was tight. Lady Car, the Aussie filly, ran a good race, running around and got tight. And Mike, as he knows where to find these places to put his horses, 'cause this was a very good run to Ad Idem. Very good race as well. And the visiting Osario wasn't beaten far as well. It augurs well for the big Group 1s coming up.
They're going to be great fun. We can't wait for them. But let's talk about the big Group 1 in Hong Kong. We sent 2 horses over there, Vercingetorix and Sanchowies, and I must say, at the outset, I was not impressed with the ride that Vercingetorix got. Anthony will take it on the chin, but this was not good. This horse ran a cracking race. Let's go and pick them up at the 600-meter mark.
Gets going down the side of the course. Designs on Rome moves up 4 wide. It's Same World in front from Sanchowies and Epiphania. He's had a tough trip going after the leaders. Designs on Rome looping the field. Dibiani goes with him and Military Attack goes back to the inside. Same World is the leader, but here they come. Epiphania, Designs on Rome and Military Attack's bursting along the rails. Military Attack races to the lead. Designs on Rome. He's as dour as they come. He's in for the fight. The Derby winner, Designs on Rome, going after last year's winner, Military Attack, stride for stride. Military Attack, Designs on Rome, and Designs on Rome wears him down. What a great horse. Designs on Rome beat Military Attack. Vercingetorix third, followed by Debiani, then Epiphania with excuses. From Packing with Sanchowies uncoiled. Same World and Dominant was last in. Oh, what a terrific horse for the big heart, Designs on Rome.
Well, what a race, and I think desperately unlucky.
Yeah, I think watching the replay, I thought initially from draw 3 he might have had it a bit closer. You know, no false rails there.
That's exactly the point that I would make. Yeah,
because you're not going to get any help there. This is not racing in South Africa.
And Anthony's ridden there for a long
very
time.
good rider. He knows the horse. He's a top rider. And maybe an error in judgment early cost this horse. It was only beaten a length and a half. Was a very good run. But there was some interesting points to come out the race. You know, the runner-up was by Oratorio. It was trained by Tony Millard, which was very, very good. Ran a good race, military attack. But it's always tight racing, short run-ins. You got to know the track and you got to get it right.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see that the winner was by Holy Roman Emperor, who I remember the first season that he stood in Australia, they couldn't give them away.
Yeah, they won 2 big ones this weekend.
Yeah, they're pretty good. But Vercingetorix carried the flag high for us. Sanchawi is great to see him there. It was a wonderful race. We look forward to next weekend where we're going to see Variety Club in the Hong Kong Mile. That should be great.
That will be a hard horse to beat. I know they're going to bump some big horses, but
he'll win. Don't worry, he'll win. We said so before the World Cup. He'll win again. I'm telling you, Variety Club.
You heard it here, eh, James?
You heard it first from the Teletrack studio. We're going to go and have a look at your call.
Think you know your horses? Then enter and win 100,000 Rand. Here's how to play the Champion Season Charity Turf Challenge, sponsored by Gold Circle. Select a team of 10 horses to earn points during Champion Season. Starting date Saturday, 3rd of May, with the running of the Independent on Saturday, Drill All Stakes, the KRA Guineas and Fillies Guineas. The finishing date is on Super Saturday, the 26th of July, with the running of the Gold Cup. First prize 100,000, second prize 20,000, and your third prize 10,000. Standalone prize of 20,000 on Vodacom Durban July Day on the 5th. 10,000 in spot prizes, weekly draw live on Teletrack. Entry cost is 50 Rand per entry, and you can enter as many times as you want. Entry forms available from all race courses, participating totes, Betting World and bookmaker outlets. Closing date for entries 1 o'clock, Saturday the 3rd of May.
Well, you've seen it here first on Winning Ways, and this is a great fun competition.
It's fantastic to follow over the season. And if one looks back at a horse like Vercingetorix, who was unknown at a time like this before the tournament. So Dees, I know, contacts every stable and says, have you got horses that we should include in our list for you to pick from, for the punters to pick from, so we get an idea. But it's very difficult because something will pop out the woodwork that people didn't think would be a good horse.
Well, you know, Beach Beauty, she got to win 1 or 2.
Yeah, she's got to go. She'll be a banker.
She'll be a banker.
Yeah,
Yorker might be a
via
banker.
Via Africa, horses like that. Yeah.
So you got to pick these 10 horses, and it really is fun. And you get your mates together and put together a few syndicates. I'd prefer you not to have pseudonyms. I want to see your name there. I want to see some of the mugs at the bottom of the game. You know, because they produce this log, and there's 1,000 entries. I want to see those boys in the 900, see who they are. You know, see if I'm there close to them, because I guarantee I'll be above them.
Will you be taking a few?
Of course, you've got to take a couple of this.
Off the top of your head, give me 4 bankers. Beach Beauty?
Beach Beauty's my banker. Okay.
Give me 3 more, come on.
I think Mike the Cock, he'd be a banker. Michael Azzy and
Mark Bass.
No, Bass is too skinny.
Yeah.
Bass is not. You got to be. You got to be a
He won the
big guy.
Gold Cup last year, Walter.
Yeah.
Walter will come into town with some big horse.
Don't you worry. From there, we're going to go, after we've talked about, while you're doing the charity turf challenge, you can get a bit of decent food. This is how you do it.
Here we go. This is interesting. Beer festival. Not your game, James. You're not a beer. You're a cigar and whiskey man.
But it's got a food stall.
Oh, that's your
Beef
game.
and
That's
chicken,
your game.
burger rolls. This is my business, boy. I can take Julie Alexander. She's from the deep south.
She likes traditional
chicken
bratwurst.
Prego rolls. That's the business. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
In fact, we might get a date. Things are looking quite
Salted
good.
pretzels and
Yeah.
that's a very good idea.
Very good idea. Beer festivals.
Yeah, beer festival's always great fun.
Umpapa bands, that's what I like. I like the Lederhosen.
Yeah, have you got a pair?
Yeah, I've got a pair. Yeah.
Still
I've got
fit?
2 pairs.
Still
yeah.
fit?
No, I think I've grown since then. I'm not sure. Anyway,
Lederhosen,
that's
a very good idea.
very good idea. It should be great fun too. So, you know, join the beer festival. You can't miss out there. Always have a bit of sport there. The next thing is that the National Yearling Sales has been on. That's why we in these comfortable chairs, proper makeup, nice coffee, all the things that you get here at Teletrack. You got pretty girls wandering in and out here. You know, I love this place. Laffy, I almost want to really.
We should have this done in Durban.
No, we should. Look how
you got Julie and Siobhan bringing us coffee and tea, and the team running around. There's light technicians.
So that is what you talk about when you say hot and cold running bonds.
That's it, exactly that. Yeah. But James, we're here for the sales. It's the first day's over. We're doing this before the second day starts. And I had a quick word with Cruising Tom Callahan, and he's very
cruising,
pleased.
isn't he?
He's cruising. They're up in all departments, and I think a lot of the vendors are very happy. The buyers are getting their horses, and I think there's a good market out there for all types of buyers.
Well, we've had day one, and you certainly could buy horses in the sort of 150,000 Rand category. And then if you wanted to buy the expensive horses, you're going to be paying millions, because they were some really nice horses. I think it's the best catalogue that they've ever put together. I'm not sure about the Sunday, Monday that the jury will be out on, and we'll chat about that. But obviously they're looking at different ways to make the sale the most appetizing and easy for everyone concerned.
Yeah, nice to see our international buyers here. Tony Millard, I think, bought the sales top up to this stage. I don't know if anything's gone.
3.75.
Yeah, so that will be going to Tony Millard.
And you know who that was? It's a full brother to Marshall Eagle, you know, the Met winner. And I know that Yogas Governor was dead keen on the horse. And I'm sorry for him, because, you know, he won the Met with Marshall Eagle. But this was a beautiful colt.
Yeah.
He was absolutely perfect in every way. And I watched him in the walking ring at the back. He just walked around there like a gentleman. The others are jumping and running around and that. He just walked around there like a gentleman. Tony sat on the side like a gentleman. And I say he spent a bit of that cash of his, you know.
Yeah.
And
he's got a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, it's just a matter of just spending a bit.
That's
It's been hard to get it out of him.
I doubt it'll be his money, but well done to him. He's gone out there. But, you know, as you say, there's some big ones to come. You know, people are looking at the Vars rightly are going for money, the Captainels, the Dynasties. Sylvanas, always. Sylvanas, a major stallion. And the Pretenders, the Judd Potts coming through, now Black Manaloosh, there's interest. There's a widespread of stallions right across the board, and I think that's what helps people, James.
Anything amongst the new stallions that you saw that you really thought, well, maybe these are worth having a close look at?
Yeah, I looked at a few. I'm trying to think. I was underbidder on one. I'm trying to think who was buying. You've caught me out of left field here, James.
That's what I wanted to do.
Who was it?
No Morgan Reddy's.
No, there wasn't. There was. But talking about importer stallion, there's an Exceed and Excel going to get sold.
Yeah.
From Minky Goss's setup at Summerhill. That looks a special horse. I want to see what that goes for, how much interest is in that.
I'll tell you the stallion that I thought might be the horse to look at, Visionaire.
Oh, didn't Alan Sutherland have a nice one?
Very nice one.
Very nice. Mickey's got some nice Visionaires. Yes, Visionaire really look good. You know, is it Just As Well?
Just As Well. They're very nice.
Very attractive horses. I was
fact,
impressed.
I must tell you, Just As Well's come right under the radar.
Yes.
But he's got a lot going for him. And he's got a lot of horses on the Natal sale.
Yeah.
I think that I sent a mare to him his first crop. I think that they're really nice.
Very nice horses are the ones that I saw. I was very impressed. But, you know, as I said earlier, and I repeat it, you can buy from there's a slew of top stallions there, James.
Okay.
And you've already dipped in a couple of times.
Yeah, and you too. So we dip as a
cruising.
note, yeah,
Yeah,
dip
we-
as a note. But you know, it's been a great week's racing, and we really look forward to what comes following this, because the KwaZulu-Natal season, the challenge, all these things make it such fun. Laf, I've enjoyed myself. I must tell you, this is peeled grapes as far as I'm concerned. You know what peeled grapes is all about?
Bottles of wine?
No, if you go to the best country clubs in America, they peel the grapes. That's
peel
what
the grapes.
Peeled grapes is when you're really at the top echelon of class. This studio,
Yeah, this is
different
wonderful.
class.
Yeah.
All you racing fans out there, from Paul and me and Winning Ways, we hope you have a great week's racing. We look forward to seeing you next week. And thank you so much to everyone here at the Teletext Studios, and Raymond for travelling. You know,
Yeah,
he's become
Raymond
the
Rogers
travelling
came.
producer that everyone loves. Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond, and he's our travelling producer. He set things up. He spent a few days doing interviews for us. Well done to Raymond. Well done to the Teletrack Studios letting us use this place. And we've raised the bar a bit, I think, James.
There's no doubt. Till next week, where we're back in Studio 1 in Greyville. Enjoy your week's racing.